Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel Benidorm by Anna. It's me Anna with you here, of course, and today we are finally on our lovely Benidorm's Levante beach. It's been a while since I've not been here, but it's because I couldn't go out early in the morning, and here it was very crowded, so I was not sure if I could film here without any people being around me, but surprise surprise. So I'm right here on the other side, and here there's no one, so we can have a chat and talk about the latest news here in Spain, as well as the latest restrictions and all the new situation update that you need and want to know. So first of all, let's talk about the situation as always. For the last 24 hours, we've had 21,387 new cases. It's approximately the same number that we've had yesterday and slightly more than we've had on Wednesday. But it's okay because the index is still dropping. Last day dropped by 18 points until 614 cases per every 100,000 people. The situation is getting better in a lot of regions here in Spain, and only 5 or 6 of them are maintaining the increase in cases so far. Let's hope it's not going to be the case very soon. Last week, on the last day, last week Friday, we've had almost 27,000, so it's a good decrease. And also I want to say that in general our vaccination is going forward, and right now it's only this left up until to reach 70%, which basically are probably will reach it like today, tomorrow, of people who have at least one doses, and we've almost reached 60% for the people who have both doses of the vaccine. Speaking about the vaccines, you know that here in Spain they are not putting AstraZeneca vaccines anymore. I know it's changed its name, but it's very difficult. I don't remember it right now, but you know that it's AstraZeneca. So they are not putting them anymore because these vaccines, they were only suitable for people from 60 to 69, and they are all vaccinated. So Spain has put these vaccines away, and they've sent them to the countries that are most in need of vaccination, and they've sent it to South America. They've sent it to Peru, Guatemala, Paraguay, Nicaragua, and some other countries, just because they needed it a lot. The situation there is not very good, and they do not have, sadly, the access to as many doses of vaccines as, for example, we here in Europe have, all countries of the European part of the world. So Spain decided to help, which is a good way, especially knowing that it does not serve for us because we're not going to be using them. So it's a good gesture from the part of Spain. What else is happening? I want to say that the pressure in hospitals and ICU units here in some regions is slowly dropping. And here in Valencian region, for example, here in Benidorm, we already have a slow decrease, like a very slight but still decrease in cases. And also, even though the situation in the hospitals and in the ICU units is maintaining high, but still it's getting lower each day. Less and less patients are getting into the hospital and in the ICU, which is very good news, which means that even though people are sick, a lot of them are not having any symptoms or barely any symptoms, which is very good because that means that vaccines are working. In all other regions, the situation is approximately the same. In Catalonia, I must say that cases were decreasing slowly, but right now the situation is not stable. It's like on a limit to what's going to be happening, if cases will continue to decrease or cases will continue to increase once again. This is why they have a night lockdown, night curfew for a few more weeks. In Andalusia, they want to put the night curfew, but not in all places, only in 8 municipal areas where the cases are higher than 1,000 per every 100,000 people. So there might be a night curfew soon, but not everywhere, of course, which is a good news. In Cantabria, they've decided to ask for the green certificate to go to the bars, restaurants and cafeterias, but not everywhere, only in the parts that are on the 3 level of alert, like 3rd level. Only in these places, these cities and municipal areas, they will ask for the certificate. So like vaccination, if you've passed COVID already, if you have like PCR test or antigen test, something. Okay, and the only other region that's asking for it is Galicia. All the other regions, they've decided to wait and see what's going to be happening. They wanted to wait for the government to announce some measures, but our government, like the Ministry of Health, they've said basically that they are not going to announce this measure. They're not going to announce certificates being obligatory because it's not the case, and they feel that the situation is not as bad in many regions just to put on this like very strict measure. So every region has to decide by themselves, and of course they need to ask for the authorization to the Supreme Court. But the Supreme Court, surprise, surprise, only gave authorization for now to Galicia. Even Cantabria, that decided to ask for the certificate, they still do not have the authorization of a Supreme Court. So it's possible that they will start doing this, and in a few days the Supreme Court will say stop, we do not approve this. This is also possible. In all other regions, no tests, no nothing is necessary in order to go to bars, restaurants, shopping center, beach, I don't know, any kind of areas. So we move freely without like any kind of a test being necessary. Also about the vaccination, as I've already said, it's getting higher and higher, the numbers, which is very good. Here in Spain, only like a small amount of people do not come for the vaccination, which is good news as well. And we, like in general, Spain will start vaccinating teenagers. I know that in some countries it's already happening, but here they'll start from 16th of August to vaccinate teenagers from 12 to 15 years old, just because this group is thought to be like more, I don't want to say dangerous because I don't want to sound like this, you know, but just in terms of they gather together with other friends a lot more than younger children, and they do not wear masks, almost no one. Okay, so this is basically what I've seen on the streets, and this is what all the other people have seen here. The vast majority do not wear masks, they do not keep social distancing because they're teenagers. I mean, we all know how teenagers are. We were teenagers at some point in our lives, so this is why they will be vaccinated before they are going back to school, to make sure that nothing bad will happen and we will not have to close schools as we've had past year, the first year of pandemics. Last year was perfectly fine. We managed to get the entire school year inside, like presentially inside the school. So we're hoping this year will be the same or even better. This is basically the situation in general here in the country. In our region, people are continuing to arrive. There's a lot of people. Right now it's 9 a.m. literally. Like I came here at 9 a.m. to be able to film for you guys, because if not, it's going to be very hot and it's going to be a lot of people here. So right now, as you can see, all the first line, okay, all the first line is occupied already from like 8 a.m. in the morning probably. And people are continuing to occupy the second line and third line. Right there, where is the beginning of the Levante beach, it's also occupied. I'm sitting here right near the area of sunbeds. I'm gonna show it to you later. So this is why here there's not a lot of people, luckily for me. But by like midday, there's gonna be crowded and there's not gonna be barely any place to sit down. I'm sure if you've seen my video of the update on Hotel Port Benidorm and in general on this area, we were checking the beach and you've seen how crowded it was. If you did not see this video, you can check it. I'm gonna put you the link right here on the screen. In general, a lot of the bars are opening up, even like small shops, Chinese shops that were closed here on the first line. Everything, literally everything is open. All the British bars, like Irish bars, Spanish bars, any kind of bars and restaurants here have opened their doors here on the first line, because there's a lot of people, which is just amazing for our economy once again. And by the way, our president of our region has already said that the economy of our region is slowly reactivating. It's getting better. A lot of people went back to work, to the hotels. You know that a lot of people were like on pause. Social Security was paying them 70% of their salary while they were at home due to this like situation. But right now they all basically, almost all of them, like I would say 80% returned back to work. Maybe not for a full time, but for half time, like part time, yes. which is just amazing. I see a lot of like cars that bring ice creams, that bring some drinks into the restaurants, into the hotels, non-stop like this, which actually means that there's a lot of people. People consume beverages, they consume ice creams, they consume food, which is just amazing. I'm very happy that our region is slowly getting back to normal. If not for the masks, I would even say like, wow, this is like, there's no pandemics, you know, there's no effect on our region at all, because there's a lot of people. Yesterday I was walking down our lovely small town, Albir, which is where we live. I'm sure the majority of you know it already, but if not, I'm gonna do another video about myself on my Young Lady Vlogs channel. So if you want, subscribe there, because there, apart from vlogs, our usual Spanish life and family vlogs, grocery hauls, etc., we have also some videos more about myself for those who want to get to know us slightly better. So I'm going to be posting it there. But yes, we live in Albir, right next to Benidorm, in a small touristic town. And yesterday there we were walking, and it was just impossible to walk down the beach like at what time it was, like 9 p.m. because it was so crowded. Like, I was telling to my mom and to my daughter, like, wow, it doesn't feel like there's pandemics. It doesn't feel that something bad is happening. Like, it just feels like a normal summer that we had a few years ago. That's it. Like, it was shocking to me how many people do we have here. But at the same time, I'm very glad that our region is slowly recovering. A lot of the hotels are continuing to open up. Servi Group hotels, some of them are already open, like for example El Pueblo Benidorm Hotel, that is right next to the Sunday's market here in Benidorm. That one is open, and there are a few others that will be opening up shortly. And once they open up, let me know which ones from Servi Group are you interested to see, because I will need to contact them and ask for the formal permission. But of course, my goal is to show you as much as I can. Maybe not even for this year, because summer is almost over, but for next year you can see how the hotels look like, what they look like inside, because as you know, pictures are not everything. But at least in the videos you can actually get a full impression on what the hotels look like, and maybe look for something ideal for your next holidays. So I'm on it. These were all the news for today, my dears, and just shortly about the weather, because it's getting slightly warm here. Today's weather is very nice, although very hot in a lot of regions here in Spain. It's going to be sunny almost everywhere except for the north part of Spain, as you can see on this map, and there might be some slight rain, but not more than that. And this is going to be for today. Tomorrow and the day after, there's going to be some more clouds only on the north part, and on Sunday might be here on the Mediterranean area, but not more than that. They say there is only like 20% chance it's going to be raining, but as you might know, here in Benidorm it barely rains, to be honest, because we are surrounded by the mountains and they help us a lot with the climate. And about the temperatures, today we have a few alerts which are in Andalusia, Murcia, our Valencian region, of course, due to high temperatures. And basically in some regions, in a lot of them, we will reach 40 degrees today maximum. For example, here in our Alicante and Benidorm area, we'll reach 34, 35 degrees. Right now it's already 30 and it's 9 a.m. So you can imagine what's waiting for us today. In Barcelona, it's 26, in Granada, 38, in Malaga and Marbella, 37, 38 as well. In Sevilla, 40, in Madrid, 34, in Murcia, 40 degrees as well. As you can see, a lot of regions have like almost 40. In Balearic Islands, 32, Canarian, 25 to 29, depending on the island. And in Valencia, it's going to be slightly less than here. It's going to be only 30 degrees, only, like it's not a lot. And as I've said, today and tomorrow, temperatures will maintain stable, but towards Monday, they're going to decrease slightly, like only by a few degrees, but still it's something that we will notice because it's going to be a lot easier to walk and to stay on the open air. I hope you enjoyed today's news video. If you did, don't forget to put a like, subscribe, and visit my other channels that you have in the channel list, just in case you're interested to know something more about our normal and sometimes not as normal Spanish life here in Benidorm. I wish you a lovely beginning of the weekend, and I'm gonna see you tomorrow with a new video. Tomorrow we will be visiting the lovely hotel Rosamar here in Benidorm. That's right next to the Flash Hotel. It's been fully changed from top to bottom, 100%. So I'm very curious and happy to show you this video, and I hope you are waiting for it. So don't miss tomorrow's video at 10 a.m. in the morning. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Dejé la muchacha que no había hora.
Pero que aquí no son las gallinas de esto.